Hello everyone, friends, you are on the Franklin Trade channel. Today's topic is not just a conversation about earning money, but a real challenge for each of you. It's time to stop working for others and start earning for yourself. We often get used to stability and a comfortable life, where the salary is deposited into our account and it seems like everything is under control. But let's face the truth, is it really like that? When working for someone else, we exchange our time and skills for money, and our income is always limited by decisions made somewhere above. But what if I told you that you can change the situation, that you can start earning on your own today without having to depend on an employer? We will talk about this a little later, but for now, let's take a look at the market analysis. I have already found the Australian dollar and the Canadian dollar. It looks quite good. We have a strong trend, but there is still a divergence. Let's change the time frame to 5 minutes and see if it is there. On the 5-minute time frame, we do not have divergence, so there is still a chance to open a position here for an upward movement. We must definitely look at the payout percentage, and unfortunately, it is too low. Let's take a look at other currency pairs because the market movement today is quite interesting. The Australian dollar and the US dollar mirror the Canadian dollar, so it's also worth looking at the payout percentages. And here we have a completely different situation, but unfortunately, we see that the candles are empty and there is no volume in this case. It is worth continuing the search and looking for another currency pair. For example, with Canada and Japan, we have a very strong level that we are about to break through, or perhaps it has already been broken. Let's take another look at the payout percentages and start thinking about whether we should open a position here or not. And as we can see, the payout percentage is good. We have the volumes, the chart is a bit jittery for some reason, but it's nothing serious. We are opening a short position and will work with you to continue the trend, as the market looks quite interesting and the breakout movement could last for a very considerable time. I believe that we have opened a fairly good position, and moreover, the chart is not near the overbought or oversold zone. This indeed confirms our fact that the price may continue to drop. With this somewhat challenging analysis, we continue our work. Let's take a look at the Euro-Australian dollar. It looks good for us as well. We also have volumes present. Divergence is also present. What is certainly not very good in this case, as for working with the trend continuation, but it is still worth looking at the payout percentage before making a decision. A decision of 58%, which is bad, is not interesting to us, so let's scroll further. The market often shows trends in many situations, and for example, there is also a trend on the Euro-Swiss franc, but there are very, very large prolonged corrections. It's worth taking another look at the payout percentages. I check them right away for the simple reason that if the payout percentage is low, then why bother analyzing and working through the situation? We would just waste our time. Let's note the Euro and Switzerland and continue working. Euros all look similar to each other. Even the Euro-Japanese yen looks perhaps a little bit more interesting. Here, the breakout has started. There has also been a breakout for both Canada and Japan. We can conclude that these currency pairs are very, very similar and that something drives them. No British pound against the Canadian dollar, no British pound against the Japanese yen, and no British pound against the US dollar. Looks interesting. The British pound did indeed have a good trend here. After that, the price moved into a sideways movement. After the sideways movement, there's nothing to do here. We trade exclusively according to the trend and nothing else. However, the Canadian dollar is urgently rising. Now we will work with it, because it is a sure sign that a reversal will happen soon. All we need is to catch a good movement, and also to have a good payout percentage. Therefore, we will reduce the volume. We are lowering it for the simple reason that, most likely in this situation, we will be opening several positions for a decline. And it is not guaranteed that we will choose a good and interesting entry point on the first attempt. Therefore, over time we will need to open a position with a slightly larger volume to cover the previous loss and also earn a little extra money for ourselves. Friends, okay, fine, we've already talked about that, but let's still discuss earning for yourself, as it is very, very important. One of the best ways to start earning independently is, of course, binary options. Yes, it is indeed one of those tools that undoubtedly and definitely open doors to financial independence. Many are skeptical about trading, but let's explore why so many people actually succeed in this field. The answer is very, very simple. They decided to take the step that most fear. So today, I will tell you not only how to stop working for others, but also how binary options can be your first step towards that goal. Let's start with the main point. Working for someone else means constant limitations. No matter how hard you try, your earnings and opportunities will always depend on management, the company's budget, and many other factors that are beyond your control. Imagine that you have the opportunity to not conform to someone else's schedule, not follow someone else's goals, but to determine for yourself how much and when you will earn. With binary options, this becomes a reality. After all, everything depends on your skills, your strategy, your ability to analyze the market and make the right decisions. The more effort you put in, the more income you can earn. Now, let's discuss in more detail how to get started. Binary options are a financial instrument where the essence is that you make a prediction about whether the price of an asset will rise or fall over a certain period of time. Your income depends on the accuracy of your forecast, and if you learn to analyze the market like I do, you will be able to earn from it every day. If you want to learn more about analysis in detail, message me privately, join my team, and let's start earning together. It's not as difficult as it seems at first glance. You should sufficiently master the basics of market analysis, study several strategies, and of course, manage your risks. Many successful traders started small and gradually increased their capital. I did the same, and this is something that anyone can do. You just need to make the decision and start taking action. But, of course, to start, you will need some knowledge. Binary options are not a game of chance, but a systematic approach to earning. You have all the tools for market analysis. They are completely free. These include charts, indicators, and news. They are available to everyone. You can predict the price movement of an asset, whether it is a currency, stocks, or service goods. The key here is the right strategy. If you had started to understand this a few months ago, your income might already be twice as high already now. All you need to do is decide that you are ready to stop working for someone else and start earning for yourself. If you can't do it on your own, remember, you can always write. I will definitely help you. What is the advantage of binary options over working with others? First of all, it is the flexibility. You can work anytime from anywhere that has internet access. You don't need to spend money and time on trips to the office. You don't have to adjust to a schedule or complete tasks that don't interest you. You decide when and how much work to do. Moreover, binary options give you the opportunity to earn even with small amounts at the start. You don't need to invest a large amount of money right away to start making a profit. You can begin by working with a minimal deposit. I recommend this to all beginners. Once you master the market and gradually increase your income, you can also increase your own deposit. Moreover, trading binary options allows you to control your own risks. You know exactly how much you can lose in each trade and how much you can earn. This makes options a transparent and predictable tool, if you approach the matter with intelligence and careful discipline. Working for yourself always comes with responsibility, but it is this responsibility that gives you freedom. If you are already working for someone, you depend on many external factors, whereas in trading, everything depends solely on you. Now, let's consider why many still hesitate to take this step. Because despite the fact that everyone understands the advantage of earning independently, people continue to work for someone else. Much of this is due to the fear of change. Many are afraid to lose stability and are afraid to take risks. But let's look at it from another perspective. What are you losing if you continue to work for others? You are losing time, opportunities, and prospects. Time is an irreplaceable resource, and if you spend it pursuing someone else's goals, you are essentially investing it in someone else's dream. What if you start investing your time in yourself, in your skills, in your independence, in your financial freedom? Remember, every successful trader or entrepreneur started with something very small, and believe me, I did too. They did not have a magical formula for success, but they had a strong desire and a willingness to take risks for their goals. If they had stayed in their hired jobs, they would never have achieved what they have now. You may think that you lack the knowledge or experience to start earning on your own, but that's not the case. You can learn anything, and the sooner you start, the faster you will see results. So, what do you need to do to start earning on your own? First, you need to realize that working for someone else limits your opportunities. Second, it is important to choose a tool that will help you start earning. For many, this is binary options, and for me as well, as it is an accessible and understandable way to make money. Third, of course, is education. You can learn from me, as well as establish the basics on your own. Study the market and strategies, and start applying them in practice. Don't wait for someone to offer you the opportunity to earn. Create it yourself. Friends, thank you for watching. We traded well together, talked, and managed to earn good money. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.